From bindis to box braids, kimonos to cornrows, the world of fashion and pop culture is no stranger to borrowing from different cultures. But where do we draw the line between appreciation and appropriation? Hey there, culture enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into the vibrant, sometimes murky waters of cultural appropriation. Ever been told you shouldn't get that tribal tattoo or wear that feathered headdress? Let's find out why. But before we get into that, if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell to get the latest content and stay up to date with our channel. With that said, let's get critical. First, let's break it down. Cultural appropriation is when elements of one culture are borrowed or taken by another culture, particularly when a dominant culture takes from a minority or marginalized group. This borrowing can manifest in many ways, such as in fashion, music, language, or religious practices. While sharing and exchanging cultural elements can be a natural byproduct of interaction and globalization, the concern arises when these elements are taken out of context, stripped of their original significance, and used without understanding or respect. For instance, the Native American headdress isn't a snazzy festival hat, but represents honor, leadership, and spirituality. A little more than just feathers and beads, right? The controversy surrounding cultural appropriation stems from issues of power dynamics, historical oppression, and often the reduction of deeply significant cultural elements to mere novelties or fashion statements. When members of a dominant culture appropriate aspects of marginalized groups without facing the same repercussions or challenges that those groups do, it can be seen as a form of exploitation. For instance, while certain groups might be discriminated against for their traditional attire, hairstyles, or tattoos, others might adopt these very elements as trendy accessories without acknowledging or understanding their deeper meaning. In essence, cultural appropriation raises questions about respect, context, and authenticity in intercultural interaction. The beloved fashion industry isn't without fault. In fact, countless brands have faced backlash for their cultural inspirations. Is it okay for designers to take inspiration, or should they steer clear? The fashion industry, with its constant search for inspiration and reinvention, has often found itself in the crosshairs of the cultural appropriation debate. Major fashion houses and designers, in their quest to introduce exotic or global elements to their collections, have occasionally drawn from the aesthetics of various cultures without due diligence to their significance or context. This borrowing, often bereft of its original depth and meaning, has turned sacred symbols, traditional attires, and cultural heritage into mere fashion statements, leading to accusations of superficiality and insensitivity. For instance, Dolce & Gabbana faced backlash for their 2016 Spring-Summer collection, which featured imagery reminiscent of colonial Africa, further exacerbated by their use of mostly white models to showcase this collection. Similarly, Gucci faced criticism for dressing white models in turbans, a significant religious article of faith in Sikhism, during a 2018 runway show. These examples not only highlight the industry's occasional disconnect with cultural sensitivity, but also underscore the broader questions about the responsibilities of global brands. When these brands appropriate without proper acknowledgement or understanding, they risk alienating the very cultures they draw inspiration from and perpetuating stereotypes, reducing rich histories and traditions to mere fashion trends. In a recent survey, 65% of respondents believe that if designers use cultural elements, they should at least ensure accurate representation and give credit. Celebrities, with their pervasive influence and reach, often serve as cultural touchstones, shaping and reflecting the broader societal zeitgeist. However, their visibility also means that their forays into cultural exploration can quickly turn contentious, especially when perceived as appropriation rather than appreciation. The line between global influence and cultural insensitivity can be thin, and numerous celebrities have inadvertently found themselves on the wrong side of it, leading to widespread debates about the intentions and responsibilities of public figures in respecting cultural boundaries. For instance, pop star Katy Perry faced criticism for her geisha-themed performance at the 2013 American Music Awards, with many accusing her of reducing traditional Japanese culture to a mere costume. Similarly, Kylie Jenner sparked controversy by wearing cornrows, a traditional African hairstyle, and posting photos on social media. Critics argued that while African Americans have faced discrimination and bias for their natural hair and protective styles, Jenner faced praise, showcasing the disparities in cultural acceptance. These incidents underline the complexities celebrities navigate in an interconnected world. While they often aim to celebrate the diverse tapestry of global culture, they must also remain vigilant and informed to avoid perpetuating harmful and reductive stereotypes. So you might wonder, can we ever celebrate and enjoy other cultures without crossing the line? Well, absolutely. Engage with other cultures, but do so with understanding and respect. Try attending a workshop, reading about the culture, or maybe, just maybe, asking someone from that culture. Navigating the rich tapestry of global cultures requires both appreciation and sensitivity. To avoid unintentionally stepping into the territory of cultural appropriation, it's crucial to approach cultures outside of our own with a genuine desire to understand and respect, rather than merely adopt. Firstly, education is paramount. Before incorporating an element from another culture, whether it's clothing, jewelry, or a hairstyle, take the time to learn its history, significance, and traditional uses. Understand the context. Many cultural elements have deep-seated meanings or are linked to specific rituals and ceremonies. Secondly, engage with members of the culture you're drawing inspiration from. Listen to their perspectives, and if they express discomfort or disapproval, heed their concerns. Avoid cherry-picking elements without understanding the broader cultural picture. And additionally, always give credit where credit is due. Acknowledge the origins and influences behind your choices. Remember, cultural exchange is a two-way street. Rather than appropriating, aim to appreciate by immersing yourself, fostering genuine relationships, and creating spaces for shared experiences. By adopting a stance of mutual respect or open dialogue, it's possible to celebrate the world's diverse cultures without inadvertently diminishing them. But what are your thoughts? Culture is beautiful. It adds color, flavor, and depth to our world. But let's remember, it's more than just aesthetics. So next time you pick up that exotic accessory, ask yourself, am I appreciating or appropriating? Have you ever found yourself sliding from appreciating to appropriating? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's bridge gaps, build understanding, and wear our cultures with pride and respect. Until next time, my friends. That's it for today's episode of Critically Speaking. Thanks for joining us as we explore the latest movies, games, and hot topics. Stay up to date with our latest content by hitting that notification bell. And if you enjoyed the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And as always, stay critical.